Okay, so today we've got Chris. Chris is an actual friend of mine, so we've played rugby together a fair few times. Members of the same rugby club. Chris has actually been involved in one of our 6-week transformations, which he did fantastically with. But more importantly, he is a father and he's working from home right now. And I'm going to move over to you, Chris. Let's talk about how things are going.
Yeah, so things are going all right. They're not too bad. With regards to working from home, not sure whether I like it, not sure whether I do or don't or not. Sometimes I do prefer being in the office.
Yeah.
But it is nice, just rolling out of bed and logging straight on. So yeah, it is quite comfy and quite nice. But yeah, sometimes the little perks that you get in the office is a lot better.
Oh yeah, just that human interaction. I'm going to bring you a bit close because I realise I'm a little bit far away. I'd say probably the human interaction aspect and the fact that you're probably missing a load of your mates and stuff. That's going to be a big part of it. So you showed me earlier, but show us the cheeky little setup that you're doing, and then have a little chat about what you do. So let's have a little look at. You got your home. Oh, hold on, I've got to move you back now because I'm getting told off for internet. Those of you who don't know, I've moved into a different area of the house, the different surroundings. So yeah, Chris, show us your work setup and where you're working from right now.
Hold on 2 seconds. Well,
yeah, you might have to get rid of some of the accounts that are up.
yeah. So my setup at the moment is literally this laptop going into a big screen, and that's it really. And this is my area. But yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. It's a reasonable setup.
It's mad, isn't it? We travel all that way into work, and essentially you're traveling all that way for a desktop computer and a laptop. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, granted, some of the people that our work, they didn't have laptops, so on and so forth. So all they've said is, okay, take the desktop and the 2 screens home. And that's literally, they've just taken it from their own desk, their own box and 2 screens and taking it home. So that's how they've set up there.
I mean, that is
crazy.
I
had a laptop. I mean, that's my TV. Not that it's not another screen. It's my TV. So it's just an HDMI cable going into the back into the computer. So
yeah, it makes sense.
The job I do is so hard on a little laptop. It's so hard. You need 2 screens. You need 2 screens.
Yeah. Cross-referencing and stuff. Yeah. So let's pull back from that. So work, it's good that you can still do that. Do you think that your company's kind of taking notice from this? Do you think they're sitting there thinking, hang about, like, why do we need these big buildings, big high-rises? Why do we need to be paying all of this when, if people can get on with the working from home, and they're happy to have similar bonuses and being looked after, essentially people would take the pay cut, especially those living in London, working in London, because there'd be no element of travel. You're slightly different because you work locally. But do you think that the banks, the finance companies, and the insurance companies are sitting there going, well, hang about, we've carried on doing business as usual, and we don't need this office anymore. We don't need our London office that's costing us £1,000 a day. Do you think that they're watching? Do you think they're listening or thinking about that?
I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, there is some aspects. I mean, the job I do, normally we wouldn't necessarily be able to do it because we've got client data.
Yeah.
But because the government and the FCA have said, you need to put actions in place.
Yeah.
To work from home because of this virus, the government has said you've got to do it. Then I think it shows, and I think we'll just find out how many trustworthy people And I think that's what the company are worried about with regards to, financial information being sold on the black market and things like that to fraudsters, so on and so forth. It's so easy to take that details.
Yeah. There has been an element of trust, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. It comes down to a massive element of trust. But it's just some of the things you've just got to bite the bullet and accept it. We had an email come round from the top bod the other day, and so 95% of the company workforce, so that's including UK and India, are working from home. There's only that 5%, a small 5% that are working from the office for whatever reason.
That's 95% of people are working. I mean, that's 100% of the workforce still working. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And because it come round so quickly, as soon as it was announced, within 2 days, we were split up. So half of our team was in a different office, half of our team was in the same office. And then again, another 2 weeks, we moved because other departments were coming into our office to take up the space. And then, all the working from home thing, it was done so quickly. And I think everyone in the office, yes, we were getting a little bit peeved because they were doing it in stages. But, at the end of the day, it's all for a good cause. It's all for a reason, for us to stay safe and stuff like that. So,
yeah. Okay, we'll probably pull away from work only because it is a sensitive environment that you work in, and I am very mindful of the fact that we are recording this, so I don't want to cause any problems there. But it's good that you're still working. I mean, that ultimately gives you the routine, right? Still keeps your routine going.
Yeah, 100%.
And how you find? I mean, obviously you can't get to the gym, you can't get to the rugby club. Are you finding it's helping in any way?
I mean, to an extent, yeah. Not necessarily, no, because obviously when I was doing the boot camp, I was getting up earlier and I was coming in doing boot camp before work.
Yeah.
And now, one is motivation, not necessarily motivation to do anything physical exercise, but just motivation to get myself motivated and do the work.
Yeah.
Because I'm in such a comfy environment, it's a lot harder. Don't get me wrong, I do it, and I push myself to do it. And then, in regards to physical activity, in the mornings, on weekends, I'll get up. As long as my housemate Gilly ain't here, I'll get up and do it. I'll do it in the lounge or whatever. I'll set my TV up to do it with all the videos that you guys have been doing, which is great. I love them.
I'm glad you're enjoying them, man. I'm glad you're enjoying them. They're I think I've got a workout to do in about quite soon, actually. I'm going to quickly check, but I think it's at 9 o'clock. I'm going to make sure I get that done. I think it's a mixture of kettlebells and dumbbells. So yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying those, mate. But moving back to, so you are a father, you are a dad, and you've expressed to me that you're happy to talk about this. So I'm going to just quickly tell the viewers that you're in separated households, and although there is the opportunity where the government has said you can see each other for safety reasons, you've decided that she's going to stay with her mum for now.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just the uncertainty, because in my household we're both classed as key workers, and we're in and out all the time, and I can't risk, say one of us gets it, I can't risk giving that to my daughter, and then taking her back, and then she's spreading it around the whole family. I can't risk that. I don't want to risk that. So, me and her mum come to the agreement, mutual agreement, until all this is done, she'll stay up there. I mean, she understands 100%. She gets where I'm coming from, and she knows how I'm feeling and things like that. So it's not hard. It's not necessarily, well, it is hard. It's always hard when you don't see, your kids all the time. But yeah, it comes to a mutual agreement. We're not on bad terms or anything like that about it, so it's fine.
Good. And I mean, how you combating it? What kind of ideas, resources, or things you're using to try and keep in touch, I suppose?
Okay, so obviously now in the modern day, back in the day, you all had telephones and things like that, so it was literally just pick up the phone.
Yeah.
But now modern day, you've got your WhatsApp where you can send and receive pictures, videos, so on and so forth. You've also got FaceTime, the beauty of FaceTime. So I FaceTime her every night.
Yeah.
So yeah. Even when I was seeing her, I'd still FaceTime her every night. I FaceTime her every night for about 15 minutes just to say hello, see what she'd been up to, and things like that. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, not seeing her is one, is strange, and two, it's very, very hard. Sometimes I'll have my down days where I just all I want to do is sit in my room and just do nothing, absolutely nothing, not see anyone, not speak to anyone. And then there's other days where I'm like, well, I look at the big picture, and the sooner people understand this lockdown and adhere to the rules, the quicker it's going to be over. At the end of the day, the quicker it's going to be over, the quicker everyone can get back to normal, the quicker everyone can go down the pub and sit in the beer garden. Quicker people can go down the beach and have a walk down there without having to worry. The quicker people like myself can go and see my daughter.
Yeah, it is. People aren't taking it seriously, are they? Which is a shame. I think now, this week is the turning point where there's noise over in Paris about the fact that they've now closed the parks during the day. In other areas of Europe have been doing it for quite a long time, and I think with Boris going into intensive care, I think that they're probably going to step it up again this week. I'd expect an announcement on Friday where they're probably going to close down daytime outdoor exercise, and it's the only reason they do that is to stop congregating, to stop that congregation. But let's move away from that. Let's move away from that. Because we're going to get dragged into a political chat about.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? What are you doing? So you said you had your down days. What are you doing to stay motivated? Let's talk about you.
To stay motivated, well, I've got my phone in front of me. I've always got my phone in front of me, and if I'm feeling a bit low, a bit down, then on my phone, I've got the iPhone, so you can just go through your pictures as a slideshow.
I love that.
So, and I would suggest, I wouldn't suggest, I would say, pretty much all of my photos, I'd probably say about 5% of them are not of my daughter and me, or just of my daughter. So I just whack it on for like 5-10 minutes, sit there, watch it. I'm not scared to say
you
it.
put that on your screen. You put that on your screen, yeah? Do you put that on your screen, your TV screen, or do you put it on a slideshow on your phone?
No. Just on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, just on my phone. So it just comes up, sit there, I lock my screen, sit there, watch it, and then I'm like, right, come on, let's just crack on. Let's get on with it, do it. And then I start doing it. And then once I start getting into a routine of doing things,
yeah,
it just back and it just flows. But yeah.
Is there anything else that you're doing? Is there anything like to? I mean, that's amazing. That's that's the first time that's come up, so that's great. That's a new little pearl of wisdom there, mate. So thank you very much for that. Like I say, all of these are about just trying to find one little thing, If everyone does one little thing, and I interview 100 people, then collectively as a group, as I said earlier, we've managed to find 100 things to help. Alternatively, is there anything like the overwhelm? So a lot of people are complaining about the overwhelm. Well, not complaining, are saying they're struggling with the overwhelm and the fact that this daunting experience has kind of got no clarified end date. Is there anything you're doing to deal with that, to deal with the fact that to de-stress?
I think what a lot of people are doing to de-stress is drink.
Yeah.
But
Preach.
it's hard. It's hard when I've got to work.
Yeah.
Sorry. When I've got to work, it's hard because don't get me wrong. I'd love to sit here drinking all day long, every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One, I'd probably be more skint than if I wasn't and I was doing normal life.
Yeah.
And two, I think everyone would become alcoholics by the end of it. But another suggestion that I did was a few people from work got together on another app, and we done like a bottomless brunch. So everyone went and got their own alcohol and done their own food and things like that. And we just sat there with this app playing so we can see each other. And we just sat there, we sat there and got absolutely hammered and ate loads of crap food. But it was good because that was a kind of social interaction.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I'll find it hard. If I'm on my own, I'll find it hard to have a beer or more than just a couple of beers.
Yeah.
But the app kind of gives you that social interaction. So you feel, all right, I can't have another beer, I'll have another beer, I'll have another beer. At the end of it, you feel drunk. So, that's another good one. I've been doing quizzes with my family and friends via the apps. There's loads of different things you can do to make this lockdown and make this curfew, if you want to put it, a lot easier. It's just finding the things to do. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd say it's pretty fair. That's a pretty fair thing to say. Yeah. Find things to do, keep your mind occupied and keep yourself going. So if I was going to really, have you experimented with anything? Have you tried anything new? Oh no, you just told me that you have. Yeah, you tried that app. But are you thinking about trying anything new? I don't know. Are you thinking about? I mean, most of us on here aren't in the position you are, where you're still actively working. So a lot of us got a lot of spare time on our hands, whereas you've probably only made up an extra about an hour or so a day from the no travel, right?
From the travel, yeah, that's it.
But is there anything else that you're going to be looking to potentially pursue? Like, I don't know. Is there? I mean, you said you're doing some of the workout videos. Is there anything else out there?
Yeah, I mean, mainly on the weekend, which I might add, I have shared to my mum who lives in Turkey, who's on lockdown, full stop.
Yeah.
And a couple of people from work that they're like, I don't know what to do myself. I need to do some exercise. But anyway, I shared that with them. I mean, I'm experimenting more with regards to dinners.
Right.
I'm cooking different things. I'm doing, normally it would be like, just when I go shopping, normal life would be, I'll just grab one of those, cheap pizzas or, tortellini or, just microwavable meals because it was quick and easy. But now I've got a lot more time. I'm literally, as soon as half four is there, bang, I'm off work, I'm logged off, and I'm there from like 4:30, or like 4:45, say. And I'm thinking, right, okay, what am I having for dinner? Right, what should I try? Try this, and this. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying different foods, and not necessarily different foods, but cooking different things, and experimenting things with that.
Great.
Yeah, apart from that.
Don't forget, tune into the the recipe of Mr. E.
Yes, I've been watching you, Captain E, with his dodgy shirts.
I like to call them shirts, mate. They're banging. So yeah, okay. Well, look, the one thing I would say, so if we could round this up, have a little think about the stuff you've already said. I don't want to put you too much on the spot, but the question that is going to be coming in a minute is, what advice have you got for people at home right now? So I'm going to let that sink in. So have a little think about that, and maybe just use some of the experiences that you've got or you've had so far. So have a little think. Where are we at? What? Off you go.
So obviously, main advice would be stay at home. Don't be an idiot. Go out, socialising with your mates, friends, whatever. Stay at home. Listen to the government, because the quicker this is done, quicker this is over, the quicker we can get back to normal. Keeping yourself sane. Just thinking little things. I mean, watching the videos that you guys do keep me sane, because it's a break. It's a break from this lockdown mentality, and it is kind of like a social interaction. That's all it is. People are missing the social interaction, but the thing we've got at the moment, we've got FaceTime, we've got all the different apps. The social interaction part of it is still there.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. So yeah, in a nutshell, just keep communicating, but in a positive way. And it's nice that those apps take you away from things like Facebook, where there seems to be a lot of negativity. And that's my one thing I'll add onto this, is stay away from negativity, guys.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, look, I know this would be good.
Every day as it comes, mate.
What's that?
Take every day as it comes.
There you go. I was just about to say, I know it's going to be a good chat, because you're always such a positive guy, mate, and it's always a pleasure to be around you. So I'm going to wrap this session up. So Rolf, you stay online, or Chris to you guys, but Rolf, you stay online for me, mate. I'm going to press the stop button for everybody else watching. So yeah, we'll carry on having this chat after. But thank you very much for that. So the pearls of wisdom from that, guys: if you're feeling down, you're feeling low, and I love this. In fact, I only did it the other day, Chris. So thanks for sharing. Is go through your phone, and if you do have the iPhone like Chris does, put that slideshow on and just watch all the happy times that you have had. I love that bit of advice, mate. I think that's I'm going to do that in a minute. So I absolutely love that. So guys, give that a go. Stay active with your friends using different apps, staying in touch with each other, FaceTime each other, and stay inside. Chris, thanks so much, guys. Again, if you'd like to have a chat with me, if you'd like to maybe share some of the things and the ideas that you've got, please comment below or get in touch. I'd love to have a chat with you. Failing that, if you do have any advice, please message in and we'll go from there. And thank you very much. See you soon.